The ballroom shimmered under golden lights, filled with the sound of clinking champagne glasses and laughter that didn't quite reach anyone's eyes. My wife, Laura, looked breathtaking that evening. Her red dress hugged her figure perfectly, her hair arranged with flawless precision. I'd felt proud walking in beside her, proud to be the man she chose. But as the night unfolded, that pride began to twist into something else, an uneasy awareness, the kind that crawls beneath your skin. From across the room, I watched her drift toward her boss, Richard, charming, confident, the kind of man who thrived on crossing lines just to see if he could. Earlier, she brushed it off with a playful whisper. "It's just one dance, babe." But one became two, then three. Each time I looked up, her hand lingered longer on his shoulder. His rested a little lower on her back. People noticed. I noticed. And for the first time in years, I didn't feel like her husband. I felt invisible. I stood near the bar, holding a drink I couldn't taste, pretending to care about co-workers' small talk. Around me, voices blended into static as I caught sight of Laura throw her head back, laughing at something Richard said. That sparkle in her eyes, the one that once belonged to me, was now his. My jaw tightened, not from jealousy, but from understanding. This wasn't an accident. She wanted me to see. She wanted to remind me she was still desirable, that maybe she could do better. I didn't confront her. I didn't cause a scene. I just watched, quietly, a strange calm settling inside me, not weakness, but clarity. That's when I saw her. A woman standing just a few feet away, observing the same scene with a glass of white wine in her hand. Tall, elegant, effortlessly composed. Her expression mirrored mine, detached, faintly amused, tinged with pity. When our eyes met, she gave a small, knowing smile, as if she already understood exactly what was happening. "You must be Laura's husband," she said softly as she walked over. "And you must be his assistant," I replied. She nodded, her eyes glinting. "Ex-assistant," she corrected. "I quit last week. Richard doesn't exactly know how to keep things professional or private." My brows lifted. "So it's true." She tilted her head toward the dance floor. "You already know it is." We both watched as Laura leaned in closer to Richard, whispering something that made him laugh. To everyone else, it looked harmless, just co-workers sharing a joke. But to me, it was a wife testing how far she could go before breaking something she couldn't fix. "You don't deserve that," the woman said quietly. "I've seen the way he talked about her at work, like she's another prize to show off." I exhaled slowly, my fingers tapping against my glass. "Guess they both like attention," I said with a dry smile. Her lips curved slightly. "Then maybe they deserve each other." Her tone wasn't bitter, just honest. And it struck me then how easily a stranger could name what I'd been denying for months. Laura finally spotted us talking. Her smile faltered, and she whispered something to Richard before walking toward us, her heels clicking sharply against the marble floor like warning shots. "Daniel," she said tightly, "you've met Olivia, I see." I nodded. "Yeah, we were just discussing office dynamics. Riveting stuff." Olivia gave a polite smile, though her eyes burned with quiet defiance. Laura forced a laugh that cracked halfway through. "Can I speak to you for a second?" she hissed. I shrugged. "It's your party, Laura. You should mingle." Her jaw tightened. For once, she wasn't the one in control. A moment later, Richard appeared beside her, his smirk barely concealed. "Everything okay here?" he asked, resting a hand far too comfortably on her waist. Olivia's eyes flicked to it, then back to me. "Everything's perfect," I said evenly. "Your assistant was just telling me how much she enjoyed working with you." Richard's expression shifted. "Ex-assistant," Olivia corrected calmly. "I quit because I was tired of watching married people pretend to be single." The air went still. Richard's smirk vanished. Laura's hand slipped from his arm, like guilt falling away. The room quieted, the silence sharp enough to hear champagne bubbles breaking. Laura's eyes darted between us, searching for denial, forgiveness, escape, but I offered none. I set my drink down, straightened my jacket, and looked her in the eye. "You wanted me to see you, Laura," I said quietly. "Well, I saw you. No shouting. No theatrics. Just truth. She stammered something about it being harmless, but her voice wavered. Richard tried to laugh it off, but whispers were already spreading across the room faster than spilled wine. I turned to Olivia. "Thank you for the honesty." She gave a small nod, steady and unflinching. I walked out without another word. Behind me, Laura called my name, but I didn't turn back. Every step away from that glittering room felt like shedding a weight I'd carried for far too long. By the time I reached my car, the night air felt colder, cleaner, but free. Sitting behind the wheel, I caught my reflection in the window and realized something. Sometimes silence is the loudest form of revenge. I didn't have to expose her. She'd done that all by herself, in front of everyone she was trying to impress. The next morning, she came home early, makeup smudged, voice trembling. "It didn't mean anything," she said. "You overreacted." I just looked at her, calm, unmoved. "You humiliated me, Laura." "For what?" "To prove that you could." She broke down, sobbing. Say it was a mistake, that Richard had pushed things too far. But I didn't want explanations. I wanted peace. I told her I'd be staying with my brother for a while, that she should use the time to figure out what she really wanted. Her crying followed me to the door, but I didn't stop walking. Weeks later, Olivia sent me a short message. "Hope you're doing better. You deserved honesty." I smiled. I wasn't angry anymore, just grateful for the truth, the closure, and a reminder that sometimes the universe doesn't whisper. It shouts through humiliation to wake you up. Laura had wanted attention. What she got instead was exposure. And me? I finally remember my worth.